This is Wayne McBrayer with Evansville Sports 360, and today we have an opportunity to talk to a former Major League player who is also the bench coach now for the Evansville Otters. Boots Day. Boots, it's a pleasure to talk to you.
Nice to meet you.
Now, the first thing I want to find out is the nickname. Where did you get the name Boots from?
I always tell everybody it's a long story. I've had it since I was 6 months old, so might as well be my real name, because I've never been called my real name. So my sister gave it to me when I was 6 months old, and it's stuck with me ever since. Never got rid of it.
And it's funny because it's on your Major League Baseball cards.
Yeah, I mean everybody called it. Even my teachers in school never called me my real name. Never.
Wow.
Never. Yeah.
So, what's your earliest memory of baseball?
Actually, it was the earliest memory was I played Little League when I was 6 years old, which you're supposed to be 8. I started a couple of years earlier when I wasn't supposed to, but I did. So that's what started it. So I've been doing it ever since.
So did you play? You played Little League. So did you play high school ball then?
I played high school, Pony League. Never played college. I signed right out of high school, and I've been in ever since I signed out of high school. I've been in it.
So now you signed. You ended up signing with the Cardinals and playing in their system. Are there any of the all-time Cardinals that we would remember that you played with in the minor leagues when you were going through the system?
Yeah, I played with Jerry Royce.
Okay.
I played with him. Willie Montanez.
Oh yeah.
Jose Cruz. Just see our Double-A team. Had Leron Lee. Triple-A, of course, Triple-A played a lot of the guys that got to the big leagues, but I mean, like the lower A and Double-A, those were the guys I was with. Harry Parker was another one.
Okay.
That was on my team in St. Petersburg in A-ball. So yeah, I've been fortunate enough to play with a lot of good players.
You definitely did. These are a lot of my baseball cards because these are guys. Jerry Royce, I saw. LeRon Lee, I remember he played with the Padres real briefly.
Yeah. Yes.
First at bat in the majors. Who'd you bat against?
I batted against Montreal, Mike Wagner, and he walked me. A 3-2 pitch, he walked me. Threw a fastball inside and ball 4. So yeah, and that was in St. Louis.
First hit.
First hit was I was with Montreal against the Cubs. Carol Sambera was the pitcher. They called him the Hat. He was tall and thin, and I got a base hit between first and second, and that was my first hit.
So you played what I think from 71 to 74 with the Montreal Expos.
Yeah.
Tell us about that. What was it like playing on that old ballpark up there?
Oh, it was playing up in Montreal was a blast. The field was, especially April and September, it was cold. And I mean we were playing in the middle of June, and they still had 6 foot of snow between the 2 fences out in the outfield. I mean, it was cold, but it was a great city to play for. I mean, the people up there were really nice. Knew baseball. They were pretty sound baseball people, and they never booed anybody. They never booed the visiting team. Never booed us. Never booed the visiting team. They make a good play, and they applauded them. I mean, they were very knowledgeable people, and I had a blast. I lived there. When I played there 4 years, I lived all 4 years up there the whole year round. So nice. It was fun. Yeah, it was fun city, real fun city.
What's your best Major League game that you played? What's your most memorable?
Well, I got 2 actually. One was playing up in Montreal against the Mets. I think it was the next last day of the season in '72 when Bill Stoneman threw his second no-hitter. I played in that game and I think I had 3 hits and a triple. I scored one of the runs, but I think we won 2-0. I think I scored one of the runs, and then again against the Mets up in Montreal, I hit a pinch hit home run in the bottom of the 10th inning to win the game for us.
Nice.
Yeah. So those are 2 pretty much the. Of course, my first home run in the big leagues was a thrill. But I never knew it was going to go, but it did.
Who'd you hit it against?
Reggie Cleveland against the Cardinals.
Yes.
Against the Cardinals.
Yes.
Yeah. I always did it against my former teams. It was amazing.
Basically, Montreal, you get your first hit against them, and then you're getting a home run against the Cardinals.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. You keep it right in the ballpark.
Yeah, my first big league bat was against Montreal. So
nice.
It was really weird because all 3 of those teams were all my number 1 things. It was funny.
Well, now you ended up playing in the minor leagues here, right? You played for
the Triplets, yes.
You played for, was it 75 to 78?
I played 75 to 78. was ended up being a coach in '79 up in Detroit with Les Moss, who was the manager here in '78. He got the manager job up in Detroit, and then I went up with him in '79. Came back in '80. Went down to A-ball in Lakeland, and was the hitting coach down there. And A-ball with Ed Brinkman was our manager.
Okay.
And
former Tiger, yep.
And of course I threw like an hour of batting practice every day, and Jim Leland, who was the manager at the time with the Triplets, our pitching staff got dwindled with injuries. Everybody seemed to get hurt. There was like 5 guys hurt, and they didn't have anybody from Double A. They didn't want to bring up Double A because they were doing good, so they didn't want to break them up. So I said to Ed, I said, tell Bill LaJoy, I said I can pitch. I said I can go eat up innings for him. I'll go up there and pitch. He says, all right, let me run it by him. So he called him up. He says, Boots says he could pitch, and he says, and I lived in Evansville at the time. I lived here for 10 years, and I said, I'll be going home. I'll be playing at home. It'll be great. It'll be great. So he talked to Bill, and he says, all right, bring him up. So I come up here and ended up the last half of the season in '80. So I played half of '80. So that was my last year.
Last year, that's cool.
That was 30, I think 33. That was my last year. Yeah.
Now after all these years, you end up. I think you were with Cleveland. You coach in that system, correct?
Yeah.
And so now you come to 1995. You're at the beginning of the Frontier League. You're hired to be the manager here in the Otters, in the Frontier League.
First year, yeah.
What's your memory from that season?
That was we had a little bit of everything going on that year. We ended up 31 and 38, but we had the guys didn't get along on our team, and we had fights in the dugout. And you had to take care of that stuff, and it was a crazy year. It was a fun year. I had some good players. I had some good players. Our general manager, his dad owned the club. Our general manager, he went to Vanderbilt, and we had a lot of Vanderbilt players, because he knew in basically all the team on the Vanderbilt team, they all graduated, so most of them came and played here. Yeah, they all came here and played. So it was pretty good. It was pretty fun, really, actually.
So what's kept you in the Frontier League and not maybe exploring going back to the majors? Do you like the Frontier League?
Yeah. I'm too old to go back to organized ball. I couldn't take what goes on up there now. There's too much.
There's politics. Too much.
There's too much. There's too much non-baseball people for me. You look at all the general managers in baseball. Pretty much all of them have never played baseball before. They all they're all book people, computer people. So that's one thing I don't do. I don't do computers. So I would be lost in organized ball. I wouldn't be able to make it because I don't do computers.
But you still function here, and you do a great job.
Here's a lot different. And I like playing, working with kids. So and it keeps me young. So I have a ball doing this. This is my 9th year here, and my 10th year in independent ball. Well, actually my 12th year in independent ball. But I like working with the kids, and it's fun. They listen and they try. A lot of them are probably won't go anywhere, but at least they get a chance to play, get a little itch, and some of them get out of here and some don't. But I know they all have a blast playing here. They have fun because Andy's a good manager. He's a fair manager, and when you do good, he's going to pat you on the back. You do bad, he's going to get on you. So he's going to let you know what's happening. But he's a fair manager. He's a good manager to play for because he really doesn't ask for much. He asks for like 2 or 3 things, and if you can't do them, then you don't belong here.
Absolutely. Boots, I want to thank you so much for your time. And we really appreciate you coming to the game. We appreciate seeing you coach at first base. You get here to Evansville, you come check this guy out. He's got baseball cards to sign autographs. He'll talk to you. This is the heart of the game, is gentlemen like this. And thanks for your time, buddy.
Thank you.